The first two elements we start out with is magnesium and phosphorus. So magnesium and phosphorus are going to create a covalent bond, which means that they share electrons. So magnesium has 2 electrons and phosphorus has 5 electrons. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the electrons of magnesium and share it with phosphorus. So we'll move this one over here and then this one over here. So phosphorus now has 7 electrons, but it has to have 8. So we're going to add another magnesium over here and give it 2 electrons. Then we'll pass this one on over here. So now phosphorus has 8 electrons and it's happy. But we also still have this one left over. So we're going to add another phosphorus. The phosphorus has 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll take over this one. And now it only has 6. So we're going to add one more magnesium. Magnesium has 2 electrons. So we're going to take this one and add it to this phosphorus. Then we're going to take this one and add it to this side. So now phosphorus has 8 electrons and it's happy. Our next equation is going to be an ionic bond. So what we're going to do is we're going to have CH3Br. So we're going to start by having C in the middle because it's the first one listed and it has 4 electrons. Then off of each side, I'll start with this first. Off of each side we're going to add the rest of our equation. So we have CH3Br. So we need 3 H's. So we'll have H, H, and H. So that gets rid of this one. Then we also have our C down. So we need 1 Br. So we'll have Br right here. So now we're going to add the amount of electrons each element has. So H has 1. This H will have 1, and so will this H. And then we'll add 7 electrons per bromine. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we're going to do is, since hydrogen only needs 2 electrons to make it complete, you're going to take a line to show that this electron and this electron will become as 1. And this also shows that the carbon is sharing 1 electron with hydrogen, and then hydrogen is also giving 1 to carbon. So technically, we could move this up here and make that 2. So now carbon will have 2, 3, 4, 5 electrons. We're also going to do that with this H to show that this one and this one are going to be shared. So we'll move that one over here again. So now carbon has 6. We're also going to do that with this hydrogen. So we could take this one and bring it over to this one. And now carbon has 7. So then we're also going to do that with the Br, so with the bromine, to show that this one and this one are shared together. So that's technically taking this one and adding it over there, or taking this one and adding it over here. So now bromine has 8 and it's happy, then carbon has 8 and it's happy, and then each hydrogen only needs 2, so all the H's are happy. Okay, so the solubility rule tells us that like dissolves like. An example of something that could be soluble would be salt. We'll make that salt. And water. This is soluble because if you take salt and you put it in water, then the salt will dissolve within the water. So that's also going along with the like dissolves like. I spelled that way wrong. So since salt and water are similar in like construction ways, they're both kind of made up the same. they'll dissolve within each other. Something that would be considered insoluble would be oil and water. This is insoluble because when you try and mix the two together, oil always ends up on top or on bottom of water depending on which one's heavier, and I don't know which one's heavier. So, it's just saying that water and oil don't mix, so that means that they're insoluble because they're constructed a different way. Unlike salt and water, which the salt dissolves within the water, and since oil and water aren't alike, they won't dissolve within each other.